Hi guys, just going to go over the bench press variation that we're looking for this week and over the next wee while, and that is going to be close grip, slow eccentric tempo with a pause at the bottom. Now, we've covered this in the sessions before, but I just thought I'd make a video of it, not just for the beginners, but just for everyone, just to clarify a few things. So, you're just going to, obviously, with the close grip, because we're focusing on the tempo and we're adding in a pause at the bottom of the rep, you're not going to manage what you would probably normally do in a bench press. So initially, if you reduce the weight quite a bit, maybe by 30 to 40% than what you normally do, just to get to grips with it, and then you can obviously just add weight if you need to. So in terms of the grip, we're wanting a grip, a width, so that when you come down, that your elbows and triceps are really close in at your sides here. Okay, so that sort of position here. So the width will be slightly different depending on each person, because obviously if you're taller, you might notice, or you might have longer arms and you might feel you need to hold it slightly wider. But for all intents and purposes, when you lift it off, you want to play about with it initially. You want to come down nice and slow. I want you to take about 3 or 4 seconds down here, okay? And your elbows should be in nice and close, okay? So obviously with a normal bench press that brings in the chest muscles a bit more, it's going to be wider. Your elbows are going to be a bit further out, like here, okay? But we're looking for really nice and narrow, keep the elbows nice and tucked. And what this does is it really helps isolate the triceps at the back of the arms. When you come up, you might not be able to see this, but if you'll notice my grip, I'm kind of keeping a slightly open palm. I'm not gripping it really tight. And I just think because you've got a narrow grip in a narrow position here, it's just a wee bit freer and easier to hold if you hold it a little bit looser with all 5, like just holding in the small of your hand. You just need to be careful, obviously, you still need to grip it, right? Otherwise it's going to fall off you. And you just come down nice and slow, keep the elbows in nice and tight, come all the way down to the bars, sort of brushing your chest, hold it, really deliberately hold it for a second or two. When you come back up, keep a tiny wee bend in the elbow. So you'll notice I'm not completely locking my elbows up or out, and I'm also not pushing my shoulders through. So keep your shoulders back and down into the bench throughout. So I really want you to concentrate on pushing your chest up the whole time, keeping the shoulders back and down, have a brief pause. When you come up, keep a tiny bend in the elbow, keep pushing your chest up towards the ceiling, keep your shoulder blades back and down, pin down into the bench, because what that pinning of the bench, or pinning those shoulder blades down into the bench does, is it helps create stability through your shoulder. Okay, so a common mistake some folk make at the top of a bench press is they do this, and then they kind of push through your shoulders, which is not desirable at all, because it puts a bit of extra strain on your rotator cuff muscles. It creates a bit of instability through your shoulder as well. So remember, you're not pushing, when you're doing a bench press, you're not pushing with your shoulders, you're pushing from your elbows and your triceps. So push the chest up the whole time. Keep your shoulder blades pinned down into the bench the whole time. And then just have a wee pause. So we're looking for about a 3 or 4 second eccentric, a very deliberate pause at the bottom, and then a push up with a tiny wee bend left at the top of the rep, which will keep all the tension on the triceps. We're also going to aim for about 8 reps. So if you do this correctly, what should happen is, your first set, once you've found the right weight for you, it's a bit of trial and error, you'll manage 8 reps, but it'll be tough. The second set, it should be really, really tough to get your 8 reps. By set 3, you should probably not manage 8 reps anymore, like maybe 6 or 7. And if you do a 4th set, it should be the same. Okay, so that's just a wee basic guide to that exercise.